Welcome back everyone. So in today's session, we will be seeing the business rules in the model driven apps. So business rules is very important to have certain logics on the front side of the application. Let me give an example. Let me go to the application that we developed in the previous session. So I will go to my solution as you remember, and I will go to Kumar underscore test solution, and then let me go to the I'm into the solution, and as you remember I have two tables created in the previous lecture. So one was the information table that we created by our own, and the another was the contact table that we brought up from the Dataverse list of tables. Now let me do a kind of business rule explanation first of all. So let me go to another instance of make.powerapps.com, and let me go to our app. So let me go to the solutions, and within solutions, last time we created our app. This is the test app that we created. So let me go to this test app. I just have this test app, and if you remember closely, we have these two set of forms, information form and the contact form. So let me play this app for you. So this is the app that we created, the information and the contact. Let me hit new. With the business logic, what I want to say is, if we implement business rules in Power Apps, especially in model driven apps, we will be able to provide certain functionalities. Like, let's say I'm having this as Kumar123, and if my address is something, if I am active and it is set to no, then fine. Let me say if I am yes, if I am mentioning yes inactive, then it pops out another field that requires me to enter the description. I can say anything is doing great. That's all. And then I can have my start date and I can have my end date, and you can see the total days will be calculated as I hit save. So we have all seen these things in my previous lecture. In this one I will be hitting yes, and then it will be populating a description box below. Let's see how this can be achieved. So for that, let me close this out. Let me go to our original Power Apps instance, and I will start from the beginning. So let us launch make.powerapps.com again, and let's go to the solution, and let's open our solution Kumar underscore test. Now we have to go to tables and identify which table and which form will this business process will be applicable to. Now we know that I will be doing it in my information table. So let me hit information for now, and you will see, and it will remind you of the same lookout that you have felt in the previous session. Now there's a button called business rules. Let's say business rules, and it will ask you to create a new business rule. I have created a few to check my other scenarios as well. This time I will hit new business rule, and it will open a new tab as you can see on the screen. So this is the new condition. So every business rule will have a condition. If this happen, you want to do what in your application? You can have multiple conditions, set visibility on and off. You can use other business rules to trigger this business rule as well. You can have the various kind of different calculations as well within this business rule. For our scenario, let me click on this, and let me give it a scope of all forms, so that on a more productionalized environment we will be doing it across every form and across every entity that this form is using. So that's why we have selected all forms here. If we have selected entity over here, then it would have allowed other APIs and web resources as well to interact with this business rule of the form. So now for now I will go to all forms, because we are dealing this with all the forms of our app. So right now go to all forms within a scope, click condition. Now I will give it a name as yes or no business logic. You can give it any name as per your wish. It's within the information table, so I will leave it as entity, and I will use the field as is active, as I have created a is active field, and the is active field is having two values, yes or no. How I have created a is active field, I can go ahead and show you in make.powerapps.com again, and then I will go to my solution, I will go to my this solution, I will go to my this table, and I will hit edit, and I will hit new column, and I have just added is let's say ABC, and if you will go here, you will find a choice column, and within choice you will find a yes or no. So I hit just save, and it will create the column that is a conditional choice column for you, that is say yes or no. I will hit cancel out from here since I have created it earlier. So it is an is active column, and I want to select yes. So if yes is selected, then what will happen? I want my user to give a description. So if yes is selected, then we can go back to component again, and I can add set visibility. So if yes is selected, what will happen? I want to set the visibility. So I want to set the visibility of which field? So for that I have created another field, and I have given the name of that field is please mention. So I want to, if yes is selected from yes or no choice column, I want to select the description to be visible to the end users, and then I will hit apply. What will happen in the else part? I will have to delete the visibility, or I will have to set the visibility to false in this case. I will again go back to components, and I will again drag the visibility, and then I will set the visibility of the same column, that is please mention to no. So what will happen? This business rule will be applied, and if somebody has selected yes, then a new field will be populated that is said as please mention the description. If somebody has selected no, then it will not ask for anything. I will hit apply, and once I will hit apply, it's already applied, and then you can go to the Power Apps screen, and I will close this out for now. I will close this out for now. I will open a new instance of the Power Apps, and you can see how it was behaving. You can go to the solution, and you can go to my solution and the app that we have created. So for now I have two tables only, and I have one app, simple app. We will be progressing and making it more complex as we move on in the next part. So let's select this app, and since it is containing only two forms and one business logic with few calculated columns, just hit play and let's see our functionality. So we are into for information and contacts. This is the view layout that we have seen earlier in our previous session. This is again the view for the contact. Now my goal is to create a new form. I hit create. I will give it a name, let's say ANG, and I will give it an address something. If it is no, then it is fine. I will give a start date, let's say 30, and then 12. If it is no, then it is fine. I will hit save, and it is fine. I will want to change the behavior if it is yes. So go back then and create new again, and again give a name, again give some address, and let's say if it is yes now, and then I have to write this is description why it is yes actually. So this behavior you can do it with the use of business rules. Please comment if you have any other questions. Thank you so much for your time. We will see you again in the next model driven app session. Thank you.